We stand at the edge of a new era. Our world is changing faster than ever before. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool, it is becoming a creative partner. Machines now write music, paint pictures, and even help us solve problems once thought impossible for computers. The partnership between human and machine is growing stronger every year. Medicine has also leaped forward. Diseases that once defined human suffering are now treatable. Gene editing, personalized therapies, and wearable sensors promise longer, healthier lives. We dream of a world where cancer, diabetes, and even aging itself might be conquered. These dreams are no longer the stuff of science fiction, they are unfolding in real laboratories today. Space is calling us too. Private companies launch rockets with the regularity of airline flights. Talk of moon bases and Mars colonies fills our headlines. The idea that humans will live, work, and build communities beyond Earth is no longer a distant fantasy. It is a goal within our reach. At the same time, our digital and physical worlds are blending. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and the Internet of Things connect our lives in ways our ancestors could never imagine. We live in two worlds, one made of atoms, the other of bits. This fusion opens doors to creativity, connection, and discovery, but also to risks we must not ignore. Artificial intelligence dazzles us with its abilities. AI can translate languages, diagnose diseases, and even compose symphonies. It helps us discover new medicines, predict weather, and navigate cities. In many ways, AI is becoming a trusted partner in our daily lives. Yet, every partnership has its shadows. Autonomous AI systems can make decisions faster than any human. But what happens when those decisions are wrong, biased, or harmful? Imagine a self-driving car that must choose between two bad outcomes in an emergency, or a medical AI that misdiagnoses a patient due to flawed data. Who is responsible, the programmer, the company, or the machine itself? Privacy is another concern. AI systems collect and analyze vast amounts of personal data. Our faces, voices, and movements are tracked by cameras and sensors in public and private spaces. This information can be used to improve services, but it can also be misused. We risk losing control over our most personal details. AI is not immune to hacking or manipulation. Autonomous weapons, for example, could be turned against us. If malicious actors gain control, the consequences could be catastrophic. As we give more power to machines, we must also ask, are we building systems we can truly control? Biotechnology is rewriting what it means to be human. Gene editing tools like CRISPR allow us to alter the very code of life. We can now fix genetic diseases before a child is born. Scientists are exploring ways to enhance memory, strength, and intelligence. The line between therapy and enhancement is blurring. Personalized medicine is another revolution. Wearable devices monitor our health in real time. AI analyzes this data to predict illnesses before symptoms appear. Doctors can tailor treatments to each individual's unique genetic makeup. The promise is a world where suffering is minimized and life is extended. But these breakthroughs bring new dangers. Who gets access to these technologies? Will only the wealthy benefit, creating a new genetic divide? If we can enhance our bodies and minds, what happens to our sense of self? The risk of designer humans raises ethical questions we have barely begun to answer. The more we rely on biotech, the more vulnerable we become to its failures. A hacked medical device or a rogue gene editing experiment could have devastating consequences. As we push the boundaries of life itself, we must tread carefully. Our lives are now split between the digital and physical. We work, play, and connect in both spaces. Virtual reality lets us experience distant worlds without leaving our homes. Augmented reality overlays digital information on the real world, changing how we shop, learn, and even see each other. The Internet of Things connects billions of devices. Our homes, cars, and cities are becoming smart. Lights, thermostats, and refrigerators react to our needs automatically. This convenience is seductive, but it comes at a price. Every connected device is a potential target for hackers. A breach in one system can ripple across entire networks. Algorithms shape what we see, hear, and think. Social media platforms use AI to filter information, often without our awareness. This can create filter bubbles, narrowing our view of the world. We risk becoming trapped in digital echo chambers, seeing only what algorithms think we want to see. As we blend the digital with the physical, we must ask, are we losing touch with what it means to be human? The more we rely on technology, the more important it becomes to stay grounded in our values and our shared humanity. Autonomous AI systems are, making decisions in some really critical areas of our lives. In criminal justice, algorithms are actually helping decide who gets bail or parole. In medicine, AI suggests treatments or diagnoses. And in finance, it approves loans and manages investments. Yet these systems are honestly only as good as the data they are trained on. Bias in AI is a serious problem. If an algorithm is trained on biased data, it can, unfortunately, reinforce existing inequalities. For example, facial recognition systems have been shown to misidentify people of color more often than others. In criminal justice, biased algorithms can lead to unfair sentencing. In medicine, they can result in misdiagnosis or unequal treatment. Accountability is another challenge. When an AI system makes a mistake, it is often, well, unclear who is responsible. Is it the developer, the user, or the company? This so-called accountability gap makes it hard to seek justice when things go wrong. And as AI systems become more autonomous, the gap just widens. Privacy is at risk too. Autonomous systems collect and process massive amounts of personal data. If these systems are hacked, sensitive information can be exposed. As we trust AI with more of our lives, we must also demand transparency, accountability, and security. Automation is transforming the world of work. Robots and AI systems are replacing humans in factories, offices, and even creative fields. This shift brings efficiency and economic growth, but it also creates uncertainty. Millions of jobs could disappear, leaving people searching for new roles and new meaning. The loss of work can lead to a loss of purpose. For many, a job is more than just a paycheck. It is a source of identity and pride. As machines take over routine tasks, humans may feel left behind. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and a sense of worthlessness. The psychological impact of automation is often overlooked in discussions about the future of work. Biotech upgrades could create new divides. If only some people can afford enhancements, society may split into upgraded and non-upgraded classes. This could deepen inequality and create new forms of discrimination. The narrowing of human experience by algorithms, filtering what we see and do, can also limit our growth as individuals. We must ask, what does it mean to be human in a world where machines do so much? How do we find meaning, connection, and dignity when technology changes everything? These questions are as important as any technical challenge we face. Space has always inspired dreams of exploration and discovery. Today, those dreams are closer to reality than ever before. Private companies and nations are racing to build colonies on the Moon and Mars. Asteroids are seen as sources of precious metals and resources. But as we reach for the stars, we risk repeating old mistakes. History is filled with stories of colonization, of powerful nations exploiting new lands and peoples. Will space become a new frontier for exploitation and inequality? Who owns the Moon, Mars, or the resources of an asteroid? Current space laws are vague and outdated. Without clear rules, the risk of conflict and injustice is high. Resource division is another challenge. If a few companies or countries control space resources, they could dominate the future economy. This could create new global inequalities. Contamination is also a serious concern. Introducing Earth microbes to other worlds could destroy potential alien ecosystems before we even find them. We must approach space with humility and caution. Exploration should not mean exploitation. We need new laws, new ethics, and a commitment to non-colonial exploration. The universe is vast. Let us not repeat the mistakes of our past as we reach for its wonders. Technology offers us hope. It can solve problems, save lives, and open new worlds. But every tool can be used for good or ill. The risks of uncontrolled AI, loss of purpose, and cosmic exploitation are real. We must balance our excitement for progress with wisdom and ethical reflection. This balance requires asking hard questions. Who benefits from new technologies, and who is left behind? How do we ensure fairness, safety, and dignity for all? What responsibilities do we have as creators, users, and stewards of technology? These questions do not have easy answers, but they must be asked. Ethics must guide innovation. We need oversight, transparency, and accountability in every field, from AI to biotech to space. This means involving ethicists, philosophers, and ordinary citizens in the conversation. Progress without reflection is dangerous. Reflection without progress is stagnation. Let us move forward with both courage and caution. The future is bright, but only if we shape it wisely. The future of technology is too important to leave to technologists and leaders alone. It affects all of us, our lives, our values, our planet. The conversation about our technological future must be inclusive. Everyone deserves a voice: scientists, artists, teachers, workers, children, and elders. We need new conversations in our homes, schools, and communities. What kind of world do we want to build? What values should guide our choices? How do we protect the vulnerable and empower the voiceless? These questions belong to all of humanity. Ethical oversight must be global and democratic. Technology knows no borders, and neither should our responsibility. We must learn from past mistakes and imagine a future that is just, sustainable, and inspiring. Collective wisdom is our greatest resource. As we stand at the edge of a new era, let us choose wisdom over haste, inclusion over exclusion, and hope over fear. Humanity's next upgrade is not just technical, it is ethical. The journey ahead is ours to shape, together.